G'day, Steve Morgan here, Fishing Monthly Magazine's Sydney International Boat Show, where you see all the great things first on the Navico-Lowrance stand. You've read about this thing at iCast. We've got now one in Australia. It's the Lowrance Ghost trolling motor. And Kenny, you not only have one on the stand, but you've used one of these things, and this is a pretty cool bit of kit, isn't it?
Oh, mate, it's one of those things that for years we've been using other ones, and they're great products, no problems about it. But to have our own, it's very exciting for sure.
Now, for me, it's an impressive looking motor. Like, it's called the Ghost. It's got that sort of computer gamers sort of look about it. It's pretty modern sort of design you've got here. Why don't you run us through some of the features that you can take through this motor?
Yeah, sure, no worries. Well, first thing is the multi-voltage part about it. 24 or 36 volts. So it depends on the size of your boat. If you're not sure if you need 80 pound or 120 pound or whatever it could be, you put 24 volts on there, 2 batteries, get out in the water. If you think, nah, want a bit more, just add another battery. You don't need to change the motor, you don't need to change anything else, just add a new battery to your boat, 36 volts, and then you've got heaps of grunt coming out of it. That's one of my favourite things about it. Other things like the fly-by-wire steering, so there is no moving parts inside this one cable, all right? So it's nice and neat when you look at the top of the motor itself, but it's very fast. It feels like that cable, freshwater feeling, but it's electric, so it's really quick. You'll see in a sec.
And that's really neat, isn't it? Because you can put a Lowrance transducer down here in this nose cone. Explain how that works.
Well, the best thing is when you buy this unit, $5,000 retail, $4,999, it actually has a HDI transducer in this cone. But then that cone with the Allen key that you just simply undo this front part here, transducer can come out, and then you can put an active image cone transducer on there instead. So it's really simple to change out that nose cone.
And it means that this armature here, like to give you over 100 pound of thrust, it's actually really small. Tell us about the motor inside that.
Brushless motor. Do you need to know anything else? It's no noise, very quiet, not going to interfere with your electronics and stuff like that. Like, it's the big next step in trolling motors, that's for sure.
Now, we're down here looking at this foot pedal. There's a few innovative features on this foot pedal. I want you to run me through some of those as well.
Right, so you've got your normal sort of spot lock and anchor lock, that's or whatever you want to call it. You've got your heading lock, 2 programmable keys on the side here so you can network it into your HDS screens. One of the cool things is some people are used to a left or a right toe button switch. So on this one it's left at the moment, but you can actually remove this section here, turn it around, and it can be a right side instead. All comes down to what you feel more comfortable with, I guess.
And I think if you've learned how to drive electric motors with, either a Minn Kota or a Motor Guide, like they have buttons on different sides, you can customise it so you don't have to relearn how to ride the horse.
Exactly. You're not reinventing the wheel as far as how you use it.
Now this one's programmed so that it can't chop my fingers off. Show us this thing in action.
So there you go. That's simple enough. You can even put your finger on there and you're not going to hurt yourself. Look at that. It's childproof. So obviously if that was on max and you did that, it'd be a different story. Yep. Very fast. Watch your knee for a second there. If you go like heel down like that, that was nice and slow. But if I go full pelt to the other side, it's already there. Yep. So cable steering is very fast. I would like to challenge it to see if it's that quick though.
Yeah. And the thing is, there's no feedback through the steering either. So if you're going full speed, no feedback through the pedal?
No, you don't feel it. That's for sure. Like, it's that muscle memory sort of technique when you're using these sorts of pedals. You just know where it is each time. And if you're not sure, it's got the cool little blue light on the top to show you it.
Well, show us that light here, because one of my old trolling motors this would always get out of sync. Yep. Doesn't happen with this, does it?
The cool thing, this is actually magnetic, so it's sealed, it's waterproof, okay? So it doesn't actually have a little cog or anything holding it together. If I move this pedal, you'll see the actual light move around to show you which way it's facing. So it's a quick glance, bang, you know exactly where the engine's about to go.
So the cool thing at the Sydney Boat Show is you can come, you can have a play with it, play with all the different features, and you're going to be able to get it soon from your Lowrance dealer for 5 big ones. And Kenny, how long until these start turning up in stores?
Not long. It's okay. October, dealers are already placing orders for it because there's a lot of hype about the gear already. So October, I reckon they're going to hit the shores.
Well, there you go. Keep an eye out for the Lowrance Ghost, both here at the Sydney Boat Show, but also at your nearest Lowrance dealer.